at about the 1 foot line. Jacobs, the tailback in the eye, gets the call and walks in. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, they followed number 82, Irv Smith, and number 92, Quinnen Williams. Quinnen goes like, I'm going out for a pass.
Jalen Hurts with his reaction on the sideline. And Bulovas, extra point upcoming to tie things up.
And Alabama fans know not to go get a drink now. They want to watch this to make sure.
Yep, they do. Because he's missed 5 extra points, but not this one. A 75-yard drive in 8 plays. Josh Jacobs, the guy that got him close. Josh Jacobs, the guy that got him in. 7-7 in Atlanta. Cole Hardman trots back to the Georgia goal line, awaiting the kickoff. And we take you all the way back to Bulovas teeing it up. Nick Saban having a chat with his quarterback on the sideline.
I can guarantee you he said, Tua, on first down, you don't have to make a big play every time. The sack on first down again was the troublesome.
This could be returnable for Nico Hardman from the 5. Broke out. Got to about the 26 as we get an update, a Zaxby's update. Six over in the end zone.
Yeah, hey, Ness. Conference championship game in the American. Memphis all over. Undefeated number 8 UCF. Darrell Henderson, 166 yards on his first 6 carries. 3 touchdowns to go with it. Over 1,800 yards on the season. 31-14 right now. Of course, the Knights without star quarterback Mackenzie Milton as we go back over to you guys at the 50.
We're only about 50 yards away from you. Georgia's got it back at the 25-yard line. Jake Fromm has been spectacular through the first 15 minutes of this game. He's all by himself in the backfield. A quick throw out in the flat, complete to Brooks. And the freshman running back goes for about 9. We welcome you back into the booth. Brad and Gary, Jamie on the sideline. Alabama's made some mistakes, but hey, they're tied up.
Yeah, I think if Georgia looks at this game and they say, listen, 1 touchdown per quarter, we'll take that.
Yeah,
they knew going in they'd have to get into 30s to win this game. And I think, okay, we're doing what we need to do. And so far, even. Game even.
Game was even at the end of regulation the last time they got together. 2nd down and 3. DeAndre Swift behind Fromm, but it's a sweep to Tyler Simmons, and he stopped short of the first down by Deontay Thompson. Good tackle by Thompson.
Well, Thompson and McKinney, those two, 14 and 15, come up with an intention of making the play every time they throw their bodies at the tackle.
Remember when Deontay talked to us about starting in the national championship game last year? Was he nervous the night before? He said, yeah, I had to get up and throw up a few times.
Hootie Jones was injured for that game, and he stepped up and played admirably.
3rd and 1. Georgia didn't have a 3rd down on their last drive. This time they have one, and it's short yardage.
Interesting. 3rd and no Holyfield on this play. 3rd and short.
Swift got it, and about 7 more.
Holyfield, the Thunder. Swift, the game breaker. I think it was the LSU game as Justin Fields is coming on the field right now. And sooner or later, we're going to see Justin Fields show that he can throw the ball, too.
He's got a 1st down to work with this time.
Number 1 recruit in the country, 5-star quarterback, playing behind Jake Fromm. Jake's a pretty good player to beat out.
Yep. Got 2 tight ends in there with him, Nauta and Charlie Warner. And he is going to throw for the first time. Maybe. Nope. Now he'll run. And he's going to be dragged down from Quinnen Williams from behind. How good is that guy?
Yeah. You know, if you're Lamont Gilliard, 53, the center, trying to help out on the nose tackle. You know, last year he had Deron Payne, and he goes, all right. Deron Payne's gone to the NFL. What they got this year?
No. Where do they get these guys?
Yeah. Thought I'd have a breather. Nope. You got another one.
3 receivers to Fromm's left. Out of 2nd and 8. And now Harrion in motion out of the backfield. The throw is low, but Warner makes the catch.
Yeah, what a catch. Great catch.
Short of the 1st down. Charlie didn't get to play last year. He had a broken foot in the win over Oklahoma. Never got a chance to play in the national championship. Here he's got a catch. midfield. Third down and 2. And it's Brian Herrien in the backfield with Fromm. And again on short yardage, no Holyfield. Fromm looks left all the way, just flips it out to Werner, and he's got a first down. So back-to-back catches by the junior.
And this is why the Georgia coaching staff loves Jake Fromm. Prior to the snap, he has done his homework so much, he knew where he was going with that football and delivers a first down for the offense. That's how he got labeled, and rightly so. As a freshman, they had a risk-adverse offense last year.
Right.
And why not, okay?
Yeah,
but
Sony
this
Michel
year,
and Nick Chubb.
You got it. This year it's different. He, as I said in the open, he now is a weapon in the offense, not just a game manager.
Again, both tight ends out there, both split out as wide receivers. But the gives to DeAndre Swift. Little hesitation. Matt Wilson trying to get him down. Finally gets him stopped at the 39-yard line.
So there's a lot of ways of looking at it if you're Georgia. You want to keep that high-powered Alabama offense off the field. You'd love to make first down, give me a 12-play drive, field goal, touchdown. But you also, in the back of your mind, you're knowing, we have to score. I mean, it's going to be tough sledding for our defense, so every time you get it, you say, we don't just want to control the clock, we need to put points on the board.
Georgia's almost doubled Alabama in total yardage so far. Second down and 6. Had to throw it in a hurry, got it out to Nauta, but he's all wrapped up. Got back to the line of scrimmage, that's about it. Xavier McKinney is the guy that brought him down. Christian Miller was the guy that got in Jake Fromm's face and had to get rid of the ball in a hurry.
Yeah, it's called throwing hot. The outside linebacker was not blocked, and the quarterback and the receiver both have to adjust to the rushing outside linebacker. Well defended by Alabama that time.
They picked up a couple of third downs on this drive, but this is their longest one, 3rd and 7.
Remember the last drive, Quinton Williams was not in on the touchdown drive. He's in there right now on 3rd down.
And Holyfield's in the backfield for Georgia. Fromm throws, caught Godwin, and he crawls his way to the 29-yard line.
Again, the offensive line for Georgia's doing their job. Allowing the quarterback to step up and make the throw on 3rd down. It was worrisome. They kept Holyfield in the backfield, but really he was able to release because there's nobody to help on. Gilliard up front does a nice job and a nice place to throw and step into the throw for Jake Fromm.
Godwin with the dog crawl to the 29, where it's first down. At the 9.5-minute mark of the quarter, blitz is coming. Fromm throws complete again. This one complete to Tyler Simmons. And he's got about 8 more.
You know, there's good things about being the quarterback. And when you got number 92 coming at you, you have to be able to throw the ball flat-footed. You know, it's nice, all those drills, step into it, front knee. But sometimes you just got to get rid of it. And Fromm did on that one.
And he took a lick.
He did.
From that guy.
Watch him throw this ball flat-footed, as you see. His record against the blitz, very impressive. 2nd and 2. That's Mecole Hardman in motion. Elijah Holyfield's got the first down and dives his way to the 16. Williams again helped on the stop. Impressive looking drive by Georgia right here. You know, it's also impressive is the play selection. 29 plays. They've run the ball 14 times and thrown the ball 15 times. Jim Chaney is keeping the Alabama defense off balance.
And you saw 5 rushes, 6 passes to carry them to this 1st and 10 at the 16. All 4 receivers to the top of your screen. But they keep it on the ground. And Holyfield just powers his way for 6 or 7 more. Looked like he was going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage. And he just kept carrying Tide defenders with him.
Okay, so you can see the game plan unfolding. Jake Fromm is responsible for hitting the edges of the Alabama offense. They're running the ball between the tackles. they're respecting the speed of the linebackers for Alabama, and they're running right at them. So Jake's in charge of the outside, and the line and the running backs are running inside.
They've had it for over 7 minutes. 2nd down and 3 at the 9. Swift trying to pick his way inside to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. DeAndre Swift, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And he put his patented foot out the open. It's his dead leg. Watch his step and run right through Samion Smith, number 4. That one foot, he plants that right foot and then cuts off it. He's been doing it for 2 years.
Our Chick-fil-A pylon cam, and DeAndre comes right at you. Blankenship for the point after. Up and good.
But yes, they did it both. They held the ball and they scored 13 plays.
And the capper, DeAndre Swift. As Gary said, his high school coach calls that the dead leg. Nothing dead about that touchdown run. Georgia back in front by 7. So Georgia, 74-yard drive and 13 plays, and that's how you keep it away from the high-powered Alabama offense. They used half the quarter.
And finished. That's what you got to continue to do. I think once you cross the 30, 25-yard line, you feel like you got 3 in your pocket.
Exactly. Yep.
But you finished it with 7.
And the guy that capped it with the extra point, Blankenship, to kick. There's not many that are not touchbacks from this guy, and this will be another. The second today, and the 76th time he's had a touchback kick this year.
Well, number 13, Jonathan Ledbetter, one of the stalwarts of that defensive line for Georgia, came back. He was an original commit to Alabama, but he said he came back and forgoed the NFL for a chance to play against Alabama, and he's going to get a chance to tackle number 2.
I guess. Jalen Hurts in at quarterback.
Both of them
are in there. 2 is at a wide receiver at the top of your screen. The throws out in the flat to Damian Harris. He's going to be dropped for a loss of 1. Tay Crowder, one of the inside linebackers, makes the stop.
I always felt good about that as a quarterback. You lead them out for a touchdown, and the last time you're out there, and they put another quarterback in the game.
You like that part.
Well, it worked for Georgia, but now Hurts is out at wide receiver.
And he's in the slot. Tagovailoa back in the backfield. On 2nd and 11. Plenty of time to throw. Skips off the hands of his intended receiver, Henry Ruggs, and then behind that, Devontae Smith couldn't handle it.
Well, it would have been for basically no gain, but that's the 3rd drop of the game. And that Georgia defense, who does not give up the big plays, only 19 pass plays of more than 19 yards this year, they're continuing to keep that ball in front of them.
And 3rd down and long again.
Last in the SEC in sacks, but they put some pressure on Tua so far.
All his receivers to his right. He looks that way. Got some pressure, had to throw, and it is intercepted again. No, dropped by Baker.
And he's fortunate, and that is the knock that I've had on Tua all year, right, Ness? He tries to make something out of nothing.
Tries too hard.
Yes. He is unconscious. He has no conscience trying to make a big play, and he's lucky he didn't get a pick 6 here.
And I think if Baker hadn't been worried about the sideline, yes, I think he'd have caught it.
Right. And if it was a yard further inside, he just catches it and walks down the sideline for a touchdown.
That's right.
But he continues to try to make too much out of plays that aren't there.
Alabama hasn't converted a 3rd down. And now Mecole Hardman backpedals on the punt at the 33 and comes straight ahead. And Hardman all the way out near midfield. Georgia's going to have great field position. They forced a 3 and out. Hardman still not down. And with 6:27 to go in the half, the Georgia fans are having a great time right now. We've got a great spot on the field, Gary, right now at their own 49.
Yeah, and this is the time. And if you're Alabama, you got to be ready for something different. Fields in the game? Yes, he is.
As is Brian Harrion with him in the backfield. That's Mecole Hardman. He dropped it.
It's incomplete pass, though.
So no harm on that one. Those little flips are passes.
Yes. I didn't know that back in my day, or I'd have flipped it every time. Every time I handed it off, I'd have flipped it.
And Hardman was thinking about where he was going, but forgot to take the mail with him. So it's 2nd down and 10, and that brings Jake Fromm back in. And DeAndre Swift with him. Werner, the tight end, comes in tight on the left side. And 3 wide receivers, but it's Swift all the way. DeAndre Swift blasts his way to the 31.
Well, that time Isaiah Wilson, number 79, got the edge blocked right there. And it actually gets another block. He handles 2 of them.
20-yard pickup for DeAndre Swift. There he did the little hesitation again. And he gets it down. They're still pushing. He might get a first down out of this.
And he did.
Georgia offensive line. That dog pound is saying, you come and stop us if you can.
The biggest question of this game was, would Alabama be too physical for Georgia? Let me answer that question. No.
Georgia back in the red zone. Once Swift got going, his group said, okay, we're coming with you. And now Holyfield back in with Fromm at the 18-yard line. First down. And Elijah only got about a yard. Dylan Moses, one of the first guys there. Deontay Thompson from the secondary as well. DeAndre Swift has gone over the 1,000-yard mark now, including 10 touchdowns. Georgia averages 6.3 yards a carry on the season if you combine their backs, and that is number 1 in the SEC and number 5 in the country.
Yeah, and since the LSU game, they've been on fire with their rushing game.
At the 5-minute mark, they've got a touchdown lead over the number 1 team in the country. The give on a little delay to Holyfield. He delays and then dives forward. Got it to the 11.
This time it's Solomon Kinley, number 66, that leads the play. They're taking turns. Left guard gets the key block, stays on his block, and that's Quinnen Williams he's handling on the play. This Georgia offensive line has been, besides Jake Fromm, have been the star of the game, or the story of the game, whichever way you want to put it.
Third down, a short 3. Everybody in tight.
Oh, he's wide open.
Fromm to Swift. Swift to the end zone. Touchdown.
And they paid for it. Watch the confusion right here. One guy goes in motion. Alabama's pushing. 2 of them move. Nobody covers number 7. Run through a tackle. That is good coaching. That is game planning. Georgia on fire on offense.
Alabama hasn't been behind this big all year. They're about to be 2 touchdowns back with 4 to play in the second quarter. Blankenship's extra point is good. DeAndre Swift had 3 first downs on that drive. And the third one was the capper. Fromm to Swift, 11 yards to cap a 51-yard march. And the Dogs leading number 1 Alabama by 14.
Handle the Alabama pass rush. Look at that pocket. perfect throw, but perfect pocket. The second time, run off tackle. Yep, a lot of guys can make the secondary miss, and watch the hidden offensive line. Alabama stunts right here, but watch the Alabama line. Thomas and Kinley handle the stunt and allow the quarterback to step into the throw. The offensive line for Georgia's on fire.
So is the whole team. Everybody talked about all week when they'd ask us questions, and I kept answering, if Georgia plays a perfect game, they can win. They played a perfect half almost. And no return coming.
Here's the deal, though. Georgia has had no trouble getting the lead. It's been holding the lead.
Exactly. This week, Colbert's all new with Julia Roberts, Jeff Daniels, and Senator Bernie Sanders. Plus Monday, catch Captain Gina Jones. All new Colbert this week on CBS.
By that I mean in 2012 they had a 21-10 lead. Last year a 20-7 lead. Now 4-minute mark here. Alabama can take this game 2 touchdowns down. Remember, they get the ball to start the second half. They can make this a game again with the drive here, and then they get the ball back.
Remember, I told you that trailing playing only lasted 70 seconds at Ole Miss. It's lasted 6 minutes and 38 seconds, courtesy of Georgia. But here comes Josh Jacobs. There goes Josh Jacobs. Jacobs inside the 30, still on his feet. Wow, what a run.
Well, the old reliable running game, and that time the Alabama offensive line showed what they can do. Leatherwood did the job pulling around. That is the type of football that Alabama plays when they're on their running game.
And that's Damian Harris. And Harris blasts his way off the right side. That was a 59-yard career long run, by the way, for Josh Jacobs. They got them where they are right now.
Going back to that 2012 SEC championship game, remember Georgia blocked the field goal to take a 21-10 lead. You know what Alabama did after that? They ran the ball 11 straight times for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's how they started out this drive.
59-yard rush and then a 4-yard carry. And that's second down and 6 from the 12. Damian Harris again, and Harris has got the first down. He might have more. To the 1. The senior drags Bulldogs down to the 1-yard line.
And you know that Alabama offensive line has been watching these big TV screens above and say, Coach, give us a chance to block like that. We want to do the same.
And now again they try quarterback sneak, and it lost yardage.
Was they offsides, Georgia?
Could be.
Yeah, I think they were offsides.
Side, number 27, lined up in the neutral zone, half the distance, first down.
Well, that's a bad one. On the edge of the formation, Eric Stokes, who had nothing to do with the play, lined up in the neutral zone.
And you can see Kirby Smart's beside himself on that one.
Way out.
Oh,
I got my pump and run guy way out here, except I'm a yard in the backfield.
Eric, you might want to look down the line there.
Uh-oh, big news right there. Going off the field is Deontay Brown. Struggling with that toe problem. He's their most physical guard.
They rush up to the line again, though, on first and goal. Jacobs is the guy that got him down there. And he lost the ball going in. Wait a minute. It's a touchback. He lost the football. He's saying, look to the replay. Georgia's celebrating, thinking they have the ball back.
Was he down before the ball was knocked out of his hand? That'll be the question. Watch him reach out. Second effort, ball's down. Now see if he can grab the ball.
The ruling on the field is the ball was fumbled forward, recovered by Georgia for a touchback.
The problem is it looked like Josh Jacobs got the ball back. The play we had before, the angle we had before, Jacob gets the ball and controls it across the line.
The previous play is under further review.
There's the dive to try to get the ball back, and it looks like he had it.
Yes, he does. That's going to be a touchdown.
We've seen a little bit of everything so far.
J.R. Reed reacted smartly to poke it loose, but I think Jacobs gets it and controls it right there.
I agree with you, Gary. The play under review. The call on the field was fumble recovered by Georgia.
Boy, and he had to run through 2 tackles to even get close. Patrick inside makes the first hit. Jawan Taylor makes the second hit. And was it Taylor that pushed it out? Josh Jacobs very fortunate to be able to have that ball bounce to him, but he did get it back. And I think he had it long enough and controlled it.
Stan Murray's our replay official. We see Nick Saban just took his headset off and said, "What's the call?" to the field judge. That guy's saying touchdown. Gary and I are saying
After
touchdown.
review, the ball was fumbled by Alabama and recovered by Alabama for a touchdown for Alabama.
It goes a 1-yard touchdown.
And that's why we have instant replay right there. And when you and I first started doing this, we would have just had to live with it being a touchback and not a touchdown. But they got it right, and that's the goal.
Right now, Josh Jacobs is the luckiest guy in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He had the beautiful run, a career long, to get him down inside the 20. Then it was Damian Harris doing the work to get it to the 1. And the extra point is up and good. So it ends up being a 75-yard touchdown drive in 4 plays. Jacobs the long run, and he said, "I tell you, I got it back." Josh, you're right, you did. 21-14. To do it. I got this one all messed up the other day. Tennessee.
Yeah, I was guessing Florida.
Me too. Yeah. I was going Florida all the way. Philip Fulmer last night as an SEC legend. Got his award last night along with 13 other legends at the banquet. Coach Fulmer now athletic director. High short kick. Somebody's got to get to it unless it gets out of bounds. It's still live right there at the 2. And it's going to pay off for the special teams for Alabama.
Yeah, very poorly mishandled by the receiving team for Georgia, and it cost them. Brian Herrien that time misjudged it. And now I'm thinking, okay, Georgia's going to get the ball at the 25 with 3 timeouts. They're going to let Fromm do whatever he wants.
Right.
But now you have to question, what do you do? 2:18, Alabama with 2 timeouts. We'll see. Seems like Jake has earned the trust, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I know before we had him, I don't know what game. Remember he went to the tight end, Nauta, all the way down the field?
Yeah, 4 straight.
Yep. I think it was Florida game, was it?
That sounds right. Swift dropped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe actually a loss. We check in with Jamie.
Brad, I asked Jake Fromm this week, what's different leading up to this game? He said, I have more schoolwork. Not really the answer I was anticipating, but he said, really, I have 3 tests. 1 in microeconomics, 1 in economics, and 1 in risk management insurance. Gary, what grade would you give Jake Fromm in risk management insurance right now?
So far, he's got an A.
All right, there you go. We should tell his professors.
Boy, you know, I would have said, hey, you know, I got enough on my plate.
In fact, if I'm the professor, I don't even look at the test. I just give him an A.
Good for Jake. All those tests. He's got one here at the 6-yard line. But he does have a touchdown lead. It'll be Swift again. Blitz is coming in the middle. It is Swift for 1.
Alabama should take a timeout now. And they do.
That'll leave him with 1.
And that'll force Georgia to make a decision here. Do they throw to try to get a first down? Because if they run, Alabama will take another one. That's your defense, because if you play it safe here, Alabama's going to get great field position. I'm trusting Jake Fromm.
The way he's thrown it today, I am too. But I don't trust Quentin Williams and the guys on the defensive front for Alabama. Fromm will throw from his own goal line. On a crossing route to Swift. Gives some ground, looks for a block. Ran out of real estate, though. He's short of the first down.
It was fun, and he probably ran 30 yards, but it was sideways, backwards, and inside out.
Not a lot of guys can do this and that and this and that. And the hurdle job almost got him to the first down marker, but he's about a 2-yard shy.
And the only thing he could have done better was stay in bounds, because Alabama saves a timeout.
And we've already seen what number 17 can do. Had a long punt return, earlier in the game that set up the Alabama score. They're coming after the punter, and they might have roughed him. Flags are down. It's going to be a first down, Georgia, whether it's running into or roughing.
I don't get it, Alabama. I really don't get it. You've got Tua Tagovailoa. You've got receivers and weapons all over the
Running
field.
into the kicker, number 31 on the defense. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Now, if it was 4th and 7, I get it. But you've got an offense that have been scoring all year. You don't need to block a kick to score. You took the ball away from your offense, and they would have had it near midfield. I thought it was too risky of a call by Coach Saban.
And the freshman punter gets run into, and that is an automatic first down for Georgia at the 19-yard line. First penalty of the ball game, and it's a big one.
Now remember, Georgia has 3 timeouts.
And they've got number 11 throwing it around.
And a field goal kicker that can make them from 52 yards.
Exactly. Draw play, Swift. Bounces it outside. Not going to get there, though. Nice job defensively. Patrick Surtain and Mack Wilson track him down. And now Georgia not taking a timeout. The 45-second mark. Going to be comfortable, I guess, going to the locker room. And Jake Fromm's going, don't you want me to do something here, Coach?
What did Jamie say? Risk adversement? Or what was that?
Whatever that was.
Yes.
Risk management?
Yes, well, they're managing it.
So unless Swift rips off a big run here, it looks like they'll go to the locker room at halftime. Well, Fromm's going to come up throwing. Lobs it over the middle. Oh, that was dangerous.
My goodness. If you're going to throw the ball, you want to throw it down the sidelines as far as you can. A 10-yard throw over the middle of the field. Here's where the ball needs to go. Right there. Outside. Outside. If anything bad happens, let it happen way down there.
But don't throw it to Shaheem Carter.
You see, he puts his, and he goes, oh, I should have gone into that course one more time. Because that, I just went from an A to a D in one play.
Now Holyfield's with him in the backfield, and Elijah will get the carry. And just looking for a place to land.
Now you can call timeout and try to block the punt.
And they do take a timeout. 8 seconds remaining in the half. Presidents reflect on the life of George Herbert Walker Bush, only on 60 Minutes tomorrow. President Bush passed away yesterday at the age of 94. We send our condolences to the Bush family.
Alabama's not even putting anyone deep on this play. They're going to go for the block and not even try to catch it. Good timeout by Kirby. Good timeout.
Mentioned President Bush, the 41st president of the United States, died yesterday at the age of 94. A lifelong baseball fan. He played the first 2 College World Series with Yale, and he's credited as the first president to throw a ceremonial first pitch from the pitcher's mound ahead of a major league game. I was fortunate enough to meet the president a couple of times at Texas A&M games. I have a picture with him in my office that I display proudly. We send our condolences to the family of presidents.
Me as well. When I was playing with the Browns, he came into Cleveland to do an event, and I got to stand on the podium with him.
Pretty nice.
Not bad. Well, I think Kozar got me up there. It was Kozar and me. I was the extra guy. I was hanging around.
What a great gentleman, President Bush. 8 seconds left. Back comes the Georgia punt team.
I like putting a guy back there because the kicker in this situation knows he has no risk of return. He can just kick it as fast as he gets it.
Jake Camarda, freshman out of Norcross. Catch it and get rid of it. Here they come. And he not only got rid of it, did a pretty nice job to get it out across midfield. And might have used all the clock. It did. Good job by number 90. It's halftime. Georgia fans are thinking, can we get them back?